NFL action begins next Sunday with the NFL Today, followed by a full slate of regional games. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
There are the turnovers in the ball game thus far. Monty Clark along the sideline. His Lions have the ball 1st and 10, just short of the 11-yard line. Danielson is quarterback. And the struggle is on for King as he gets out there to the 14. Otis Sistrunk and Ted Hendricks made the tackle. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Will make it 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Now you're watching what I think is probably one of the best outside linebackers that ever played the game, Ted Hendricks. And when you talk about outside linebackers, you got to put Robert Brazil from Houston in there. And if you're really going to think about a dream linebacker core, you put Butkus in the middle, Brazil, and Hendricks on the outside. You'd have a team, wouldn't you?
Danielson now bumped it over the middle, and it is complete. Taken by David Hill. And a marker goes down.
Late hit, maybe?
I think it might be. A late flag in any case.
They got a good tight end themselves, Detroit. We always talk so much about Dave Casper. Put another 15 yards on that late hit. But David Hill, his 3rd year from Texas A&I, has got good deep moves, got good speed.
Unnecessary roughness, defense, number 58, 1st down.
That's Monty Johnson, the inside linebacker. Here you see it. He'll complete it to Hill. Comes the wrap on the head right there. Number 58, Monty Johnson.
1st and 10 now for the Detroit Lions. At the 35, the final score, Cleveland 45.
24.
Baltimore 24. It went away.
Reverse.
Fred Scott carrying around. Breaks the tackle, and Scott continues on into Oakland territory. And he is at the 29-yard line.
Oh, a good move by Freddie Scott. Good play action. Of course, you got a defense that reacts so much. I really don't know why teams don't try more of these plays, Lindsey, because they are successful. And when they are successful, they go for big yardage. This one went for 36 yards for Freddie Scott. Now, he makes a good play right here. He's hit by Johnson. Monty Johnson keeps his feet, breaks the tackle, and then goes on and gets inside the 30-yard line. 36 big ones.
1st and 10 Detroit Lions at the Oakland 29-yard line. Anderson. And he's filled for a big loss. Ted Hendricks got there, along with Charles Fillion.
Watch Hendricks. He almost plays a half linebacker, half defensive end in these situations. They love to blitz with him. And he gets the sack. Danielson has no shot.
Loss of 13 yards. Makes it 2nd and 23 at the 42-yard line now. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left to play in the 1st half, and Oakland is leading 13-0. 5 defensive backs in there in this alignment for the Oakland Raiders. Anticipation of Danielson's pass. And taken by Scott. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Freddie Scott took it in. Danielson with the 42-yard touchdown pass.
That's his 11th touchdown pass on the year. Tatum and Jackson back on the coverage. They slip. There's a
Penalty marker on the play.
A flag back at the 45-yard line.
Penalty, and it is against the Detroit. I beg your pardon. It is against Oakland.
There's Freddie Scott going in on the end of that 42-yard pass. They had an Oakland defender fall down. Now, Oakland wants an explanation. That's Matuzak.
Roughing the passer was the indication. Decline.
So it's going to be
John Madden wants an explanation as well.
So the touchdown counts. Well, he was wide open on the left side. They had one of the defenders back there. I think it was Monty Jackson, slipped down.
Ricardo is in to attempt a conversion. Danielson will hold for it. Ricardo's kick is good. So the Detroit Lions are on the scoreboard. And with 5 minutes, 7 seconds remaining to be played in the first half, it is now the Oakland Raiders 13, the Detroit Lions 7, and it's raining harder than it was a moment ago. Well, as Paul Horning has pointed out, there'll be big doings here on CBS Thanksgiving morning. 3 hours of parades from 5 cities.
Moscow Circus, the Calgary Stampede, and then the International Women's Gymnastics. At Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I think there's so many things right there. The whole family. You can pick out something they love there.
Detroit now has managed to post something on the scoreboard, and they trail by 6 points, with Oakland having missed the first conversion attempt.
And that's an important point, Lindsey, because I was a kicker, and I've missed some extra points. And when you get into a football game like this, when you're a kicker, and you miss an extra point, he's thinking right now, Earl Mann is thinking, and especially since he, having played at Detroit, boy, I hope it doesn't come down to that extra point causing us to lose a football game. I'm sure that thought's going through his mind right now.
Vinny Ricardo has teed the ball up on the 50 because this is the penalty for roughing the passer on the touchdown that's being assessed on the ensuing kickoff. It is being explained over there by Ben Dright. Hart is back there, along with Whittington. Vinny Ricardo puts it up, and it is taken at the 3-yard line, and it is returned by Whittington to the 10 to the 15. To Hart, I beg your pardon. Hart has returned it to the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Oakland as Harold Hart returned it, and he was stopped by Bill Jay.
And across the bay, the Rams have taken a 7-point lead over San Francisco. John Cappelletti, a 1-yard run. It's now the Rams 14 to 49ers 7.
Paul, I know you've been in town today, too. You've been able to move around the Bay Area a little bit, haven't you?
This is a great city. I always, you know me, I'm here early when we got a game on the coast.
I never want to leave. 1st and 10 at the 21. Stabler fumble. Stabler dropping back, fumbled the ball. Mark Van Egan got on it. Van Egan's got it there. Back at the 19, a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12 yards to go. Four minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the first half.
Van Egan's 28 yards on 12 carries here in the first half.
Stabler. And he slipped as he was being chased out. Purefoy was there, along with Woodcock.
On most occasions, they're double teaming the big rookie. You see him, number 60 right there. That's Al Bubba Baker. And both Gene Upshaw and Art Shell double teamed him that time. Now, the Lions defensive unit leads the NFL with 40 sacks. And that young man there, Baker, has 20 and 1/2 sacks. Credit to his side.
Look at 3rd and 22 back at the 9-yard line. 3rd and long. Harold Hart and Mark Van Egan are the setback. Stabler to Hart. Hart's at the 8, and he is 10. Cannot get away from Luther Bradley. Luther Bradley, the quarterback on the right side. So the punting unit comes in, and Guy will lead them on.
Good tackle that time by the #1 draft choice out of Notre Dame. And this should give the Detroit Lions very good field position with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. There you see Baker. I don't know, you wouldn't call him walking off at 6'6", 265 pounds. I'll tell you one thing, those offensive linemen, next year's in the National Football League, I bet they hope he doesn't grow any. He's only 21 years old.
Ray Guy back there in the end zone. Freddie Scott is back deep. Luther Blue is upfield about 10 yards in front of him in tandem. Guy booms it. Freddie Scott
Look at that.
his 35. Got it to 40, 45, 50. Detroit has excellent field position now at the 50-yard line. A 55-yard punt for Ray Guy, and for him, that's not unusual.
He is invaluable, folks.
Well, of course, we'll be coming up to week number 13 in the NFL next week, And you'll see Los Angeles against Cleveland, New Orleans against Atlanta, the Giants against Buffalo.
And then the NFL regional game, Minnesota against Green Bay, Philadelphia against St. Louis, and Tampa Bay goes against the Bears. That's next Sunday right here on CBS.
First and 10 for the Lions. They have the ball at the 50-yard line. Bussey dove inside the 45-yard line. Picks up 5 to make it second down and 5 yards to go. Willie Hall came up to make the tackle. 6-year veteran from Southern Cal. Now King has come back into the ball game. Here are the penalties now so far. 5 against Detroit, 8 against Oakland, 13 also. And we are in the first half. Blue is the man for whom it is intended. Freddie Scott was down the left sideline, but he was covered. Phillips and Tatum covering up the middle on the intended receiver. 3rd and 5.
Danielson gets good pass blocking this time. Got a little time to throw the football. Almost trapped blocking for the pass protection. And Horace King, you see, come right at the bottom left of your screen. He went back to tell Danielson, I was open. Did you hear me holler? And they had a little conversation going on, so you might look for one of those backs to delay.
We're going to get a dry ball in play here. Clock is stopped just for the moment at 2:14 as we approach the automatic timeout at 2 minutes. The 2-minute warning.
Rain.
3rd and 5 coming.
I was going to say, Lindsay, rain has picked up. I don't know if you can see it on your TV screens at home, but it's a nice, steady rain here.
Danielson. It is taken by David Hill. He is out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Charles Phillips, the defender.
And I tell you, Phillips and Willie Hall knocked each other off that time on the pass coverage. And it looked as if there was a pretty good block throw, and they knocked each other down and enabled Hill to just was wide open. 15 yards.
Keep in mind now that the differential is 6 points. 2:08 on the clock. Oakland 13, Detroit 7. There's the blue in motion across. Leave it on the ground.
We're going to go down to the 2-minute timeout.
Charles Phillips coming in to make the tackle there, along with Monty Johnson, as Bussey moved it to the 26-yard line, and there is the 2-minute warning. And Oakland is leading by a score of 13-7. Detroit in possession of football with 2 minutes to play in the half.
Wherever you may roam, you'll find us near your home.
Oh, hi, it's me again, posting and pasting more posters. This time it's for the first annual Delco battery sale. AC Delco is making it possible for you to buy a Freedom battery at a special sale price.
Thanks, Delco.
Wherever you see this poster, look for it in your neighborhood for a great price on a battery you can trust. Thanks, Delco. Well, you'll be saying thanks, Delco, too.
Hey, Skinny.
Hey, Freddie, you made it back for the class reunion.
I wouldn't miss seeing the old gang, man. Hey, you want to fill her up?
Sure, 76 unleaded.
In my car?
76 unleaded's got spirit. It's the cleaner air gasoline for most cars that run on regular.
You're the boss.
Hey, Billy, meet Freddie Ray, an old high school buddy.
Hey, so you work with Skinny.
Skinny?
Go with the spirit of 76.
Halftime.
We have 2 minutes remaining to be played in the first half. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum in Oakland, and the Raiders are leading by a score of 13-7 over the Detroit Lions, who have the ball 2nd and 6. They have it at the Oakland 26-yard line. Crowd is coming alive here now. Danielson quarterback in the Detroit Lions. They leave this one on the ground. Struggle it up there.